And I wanted to start this morning, or this afternoon, with perhaps the most sobering, and that is the latest information that we're getting from the monitoring of our wastewater. In partnership with Capital Region Water, as you know, we're evaluating the virus concentration in the wastewater through a company called BioBot. And each week, I've been reporting on this data, and we've got a graph we want to show you, which clearly demonstrates where we are and why people are saying we are having a new spike here in the fall. If you look at that graph, you'll see that we are at the highest level that we've been really since all the way back in the middle of the summer, and that's not good. If you see how it has crept up steadily from September all the way through October and into November, and is indeed peaking right now, that's why they call it a spike if you look at it on that graph. Now, what that concentration means is, according to their analysis, that we've got about 45 people a day contracting the virus in the Harrisburg area. And when you think about how easy it is to spread, especially how easy it is to spread as more and more of us are indoors due to the colder weather, that's why it's starting to spike and it's starting to come back. We are also in cold and flu season, and people are starting to get regular colds and flus, and it's getting difficult to tell one from the other. People are having to self-quarantine, and my general advice is be sure to get a flu shot. That's for one, because that will help you get, protect you from getting the common flu. But also, don't let up in your social distancing, your mask wearing, your hand washing, all of which are important in slowing the spread of the virus. There are other graphs that we get from this company that monitors this for Harrisburg, and one of them shows the difference in the concentration between Harrisburg and the other municipalities and cities throughout the country. I think there are 400 that are currently having their wastewater monitored, and we are well above the curve on that one as well. If you look at our concentration, it is significantly higher than others. So we have an issue here. It's very real. I thought the graph would be helpful to show you this morning. We'll continue to monitor it, and people need to be careful. And this is one of the reasons that we canceled this year the standard traditional door-to-door trick-or-treat, and we replaced it with something we're calling a grab-and-go, a trick-or-treat night, which is happening at all three of the fire stations. Now, because of the rain yesterday, we decided we'd have it on the actual Halloween, which is coming up here this Saturday, October 31st, obviously. And there you can see the three fire stations. Remember those addresses. The uptown one is on North 6th Street, right near the Red Cross. Then you have the one in Allison Hill at 140 North 16th Street, right there near the Harrisburg School District Administration Building. And then the one that's over on 13th and Howard Street. All three of those stations are going to be populated by firefighters and city council members and myself. And I can tell you we packed over 1,000 bags of candy to go at each of those. And I want to again thank our sponsors, especially Hershey Foods. They gave us an entire pallet of candy for the youth of this city. But also Giant, which was extremely generous, Wegmans, Carnes, and indeed the Downtown Improvement District all pitched in and have allowed us to really put together what will be a fun treat night. So come in your scariest masks. Masks are required. The scarier, the better. And pick up some candy. And we're going to have firefighters there helping us social distance. We're going to have cones out. It's going to be a safe and positive way to experience Halloween. And I think that the weather's supposed to be very nice for Saturday night. There's also no prohibition on going to more than one fire station. So if an entire bag of candy is not enough, you can drive and go over to a second station and enjoy yourselves and say hi to additional people there. So that is Grab and Go Treat Night. That's happening this Saturday. In terms of other announcements, I wanted to remind everyone that we're going to be having a reverse holiday parade in November, another interesting adaptation here amidst coronavirus. That's coming up on Saturday, November 21st at 10 a.m. to noon on City Island. Still plenty of time to plan for that, but I will tell you we had so much candy that there will probably be extra candy for all the participants who come to the Reverse Holiday Parade on November 21st. And what's a Reverse Holiday Parade? If you're not sure, you should come experience it. But basically, the parade participants stay put, and you get to drive through the parade in your vehicle and enjoy seeing all that they have to offer. That's going to be fun. This coming week, as a reminder, there is no city council meeting because Tuesday is election day, and we'll talk about that in just a second. But no city council meeting this week. Next week, they are going to have both a work session and a legislative session back to back on Tuesday the 10th. And I believe they are planning to vote on the police oversight board bill. And they'll entertain amendments one last time in the work session there on November 10th. So mark your calendar for that. And don't forget, this weekend is daylight savings time. It's that time of year again. So in the early hours of the morning on Sunday, we're going to roll back our clocks an hour. It's going to be hard, but we can do it. And then that's a reminder as well to check your smoke alarm batteries. Last week we talked about Fire Safety Prevention Month, and we reminded everyone that if you don't have working smoke alarms, you can have one installed for free by the fire department. Just call the city. Excuse me, you can call 311 and we'll hook you up there. But if you do have working fire alarms, check your batteries and make sure the batteries are working. The new ones that they come to your house and install these days last over a decade. They've got the high-powered lithium batteries. So if you need smoke alarms, we will provide them to you free of charge, and we'll even come advise you on where the best placement is in your home. Finally, I wanted to take a minute to encourage everyone to get out and vote this coming Tuesday. I'm wearing my I voted early sticker, which maybe you can see in the camera, but that's because I did vote early, and a lot of people have voted early. In fact, tens of thousands of people here in Dauphin County have voted early. If you requested a vote by mail ballot, then we are recommending at this point that you not put that ballot in the mail. And the reason is because mail times are averaging, at least based on City Hall and the amount of mail that we receive from within the city, 4, 5, 6, 7, sometimes even over a week to arrive, even mail that's going from one point in the city to another. We actually had a couple days last week where no mail arrived at all at City Hall. And this is some of the things that we've been reporting. And back to the post office, Penn Live's been doing a number of articles on this. There are significant postal delays. And while I'm confident your ballot will eventually arrive, I'm not confident if you were to mail your ballot today, it would arrive in time for it to be counted on Tuesday. And that's why we're encouraging people to use the drop box, which is located right in downtown Harrisburg at the County Administration Building. It's at 2nd and Market. If you haven't been there before, there's a little box. You don't actually have to go in the building. And anytime during the day, up until 8 p.m. at night, you can drop that ballot off. You can also go in the building if you'd like. You do have to pass through a metal detector, but you can hand the actual ballot to an election official if you're more comfortable doing it that way. That's what I did. It worked well, and then they'll send you a confirmation email that says, congratulations, we've received your ballot. And that can give you a little bit of peace of mind. One question which I wanted to talk to everyone about, which I've been getting a lot, is what happens if I requested a mail-in ballot, but now I'm thinking I really do want to go actually vote in person on Tuesday? And the answer is you can do that. It is allowed, and this is what you should do. You need to bring the ballot that you received in the mail and haven't actually filled out or voted with. You need to bring that ballot with you to your precinct. When you arrive at the precinct, you can say, I requested this mail-in ballot, but I didn't use it, and I've decided I want to vote in person. You would then hand that ballot to the election poll workers there, and they will put it in a special area for spoiled ballots, and they will let you cast your vote, and your vote will be tabulated and counted right there instead of having done it by mail. They want you not only to bring your ballot with you, but also there's an envelope that you're supposed to put that mail-in ballot in that has a code on it, a little scannable code. You need to bring all the material with it. So just bring your entire packet of material, and they will cancel that and allow you to vote. If you don't have that, if you requested one by mail, but let's say you've lost it or you don't know where it is, but you haven't voted, you can still go to your precinct and vote. In that instance, you're going to have to say, I don't have my ballot. I requested one by mail. I don't have it. And they're going to let you at that point cast what's called a provisional ballot. And a provisional ballot is very much like a regular ballot, other than the fact that it won't be counted that day. It will go in a separate pool of votes, which will then get counted by the judge of elections at a later time, probably at the same time as they're tabulating other types of write-in votes and things like that. So if you want your vote counted on election day and you've gone to the polls to have that happen, and you originally requested that mail-in ballot, be sure to bring it with you, and that will ensure that your vote will be counted and it won't be a provisional ballot. I hope that is all very clear to folks. There are lots of ways to vote. I hope everybody will vote, and I hope that we will shatter all of our records for voting here in Dauphin County. It looks like there's a good possibility of that, and it also looks like the percentages are going to be relatively high for us, which is good news for democracy. So remember to vote, and Election Day, of course, is Tuesday. Although it's going to take a long time to count all these votes, especially all those mail-in votes. They haven't been able to count them in advance, and as a result, the counting is going to go on into the evening and the following days, and it's not going to be entirely clear if we're going to know a winner here in Pennsylvania on election night. But please get out and vote, and we will see where we are, and I encourage everyone to do so.
Thanks for joining us every Friday at noon for Community Conversations with Mayor Papenfuse, where we bring you the latest news and updates from right here in the city. We want to hear from you. What topics do you want to see in an upcoming edition? We look forward to hearing from you, and we look forward to seeing you on the next Facebook Live Community Conversations.